What's this? Bear with me. Here we go. Figure out this TV for a second. Okay. We're gooder. My first live. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna mess around in the garage and clean up my tools. Built this last night. Should have filmed it, but I didn't. Me and my buddy messed around on figuring out a live stream. Just realized we could do that. Looking for my pocket dragon. Have to start talking to myself more than usual. So we made this last night. I'll give you guys a. I'm gonna turn my tripod on here. Well, maybe. Hey man. Hey man. Oh, the rain's finally here. Freaking. If you had a job and you don't have to be right, like they've been saying it's gonna rain for 2 days. This is what I made last night out of a slab, a chainsaw milled slab. Let me get it right. Oh, and this is heaven for editing. So I had to take the piano dolly off the chair and modify that. It was a little too tall. Do that first to get the height of the table. Then I had to build this shelf first because I needed to know how it was, then how wide I could build a table. One thing led to another and another, but I'm very happy with this. I used this all last night. I was up until 5:30 this morning, took a nap, got back up. I need to stop doing that, but it's hard when I'm in go mode. But yeah, we're gonna sit in here and figure out some stuff. I might work on some stuff, clean up some tools, figure out how far back the lag is. Getting my TV hooked up to it. My microphones are on. Oh, my buddy's on. What's my next project? Your thing doing? Well, I'm all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. I have so many irons in the fire right now, trying to learn how to edit. Just a second. Next project. Hey man, Lupe, the cameraman, my self-tracking tripod, it can get under a guy's nerve. I've been filming and then go to grab something over here, come back, build for like half an hour, look up, and it's pointing at the wall. And I only catch it when 30 minutes later. My next project, I got to finish this workbench thing that I was working on. And I'll show you. I was working on this. Lupe, the cameraman. Okay. I was working on this workbench. I was working on this camera boom that goes out there. I need to get that done. What else do I got? I've had this garage paint for 3 years, I think. Come on, Lupe. Lupe, over here, you're flashing. Me and you are gonna have a love-hate relationship. That garage paint back there got some flake in it. Got black, white, blue. All I'm missing is red. How can we make flake? I need some flake so it matches the ceiling like all the American flags. I'm gonna pause this thing. All the flags in here. Hope the lighting's good. Hope the mics are working good. But I'm gonna have to get used to talking to myself, I guess. Today, I need to straighten up the garage a little bit. And Lupe, I think, had too many Coronas last night. Lupe, you need to be charged. You need to, yeah. All right, my mind's like all over the place right now. We were on a live test stream earlier and learning all that, how to set the TV up, and I'm scattered right now. Not much sleep. But I'm just gonna dink around in the garage. The rainy day finally got here after 2 days of them saying it was supposed to be here, but we need it bad in the forest out here. I probably need to cover my laptops. Give me a sec if I'm gonna start cutting stuff. Especially the nice one. The nice one needs to be covered. Lupe! Over here, man. Man, you're shaky today. You have too many tequila shots last night? Use what you got. Got a whole bunch of American flags that were decommissioned years ago from the American Legion up here, post 86. So that's how I got this beautiful ceiling in the winter. Helps hold the heat in the garage. This is uninsulated. And I just have a small wood burning stove, but I can get it rocking and rolling in here. Last week I installed the swamp cooler, but my construction ears are bad. So any kind of white noise or background noise, I can't hear nothing. So usually I wear headphones a lot, and I might today while I'm working on stuff and just put some music into my dome. I don't know how long this will go for, till the phone dies or something don't work. One of the two. This is my very first. I had a test run for about 30 minutes. So I'm learning. The editing part, I'm learning big time. I'm not that guy. So I've been out of high school for, hell, I don't know, 25 years or something. And even back then, me and the old computer-laters never really got along, and we didn't play nice in the classroom. So yeah. What's your favorite? Oh, my buddy's up here. Man, reading and writing aren't my forte. My favorite what? What are you trying to say? Man, I struggle. I'm so much better with tools than books and computers and editing software. It's not even funny. My most favorite collectible. I should take you on a grand tour here, huh? Like George Jones. Good, good song. I don't know if all the lights are on. Some of them are. I can't really pick a favorite collectible, but I can give you a little tour of this stuff. Unhook charger here. Bear with me. I'll figure all these things out. I'm going to flip the screen here for you guys. Hey, look at all of my junk and projects. So the garage is a 50-pound sack. 50 pounds in a 10-pound sack. So let's give you the grand tour here. This is a tool wall. I'll show you this cool thing. I had some side toolboxes off a truck. I'm supposed to be looking at collector items and antiques. Here I go to the stuff I get along with. It's still trying to get organized when you have this much stuff. So old toolboxes, vertical, some storage there, storage there. This is a center wall. There's a door, entrance door to the garage. This is garage shop is only 24 feet by 26 feet. So behind this, there's about, I don't know, 6-7 feet. But it works. One day I'm gonna build out a huge carport, timber frame thing maybe, but I don't know. Then we get into all my knickknacks. This is kind of like a wet bar, my little kitchenette, my coffee really. I got tons of random cool stuff from my buddy RC Snow. I just love old history and antiques. This is a cool railroad lantern back in the day. These are old steps off a Model T. Hey, turn that light off. There we go. Here we go. This is an old ashtray. The other side doesn't have the unappropriate thing, but yeah. There is a lot of junk in here. This is a very old school Bible I got. An old saddle that is like a display model, I would assume. All real coins are on that, like on the horn, the saddle horn. As you can tell, I like vinyl records, some old belt buckles. This belt buckle has a long story to it. And that belt buckle go way back. This is, I like my junk. My little office nook. Some storage for my fasteners. These pull out, 2 drawers that pull out 8 feet. A little editing nook and knickknacks and family pictures. A drawer here. There's a pull-out drawer, shadow box, so I can sketch. My stereo equipment's back in the corner. Then my tools, and then more tools. Down here in crates, my go-to tools. Knickknacks, paddywhacks. Too many dogs, too many bones. Trying to get around this boom here. This is weird and creepy, an old wood carving. Old gas can, that's old school as hell. Shorten this boom here. Sorry for the shakes, guys. I had coffee and my girls, my chainsaws. Here's a chainsaw for the right tool, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steels, and then I have one home light that I modified. Test cut a couple things with this, but the idea behind it was to chainsaw mill some slabs and then be able to cut them down into usable lumber, like just a big 24-inch slab. I can cut it down to 2x4s or whatever. So this is a chainsaw I made. All this housing, the gear reduction, has a the oiler port hooks in and it goes to the gearbox and then overflows. I drilled a port so it's always cycling fresh oil through since the chainsaw's running it. I need to tune the carb in it a little bit. This is adjustable. I need to weld a couple things there so I can set my gauge for my depth. So I'll probably have to chalk a line, freehand it, and then this will be my guide. So if I'll set up for 2x4s, I'll measure from the blade, set that. I'll just keep ripping until I get to the whole slab. But that was kind of cool. I have a beam saw made out of an old chop saw. This is an old chop saw made into a beam saw. So I needed something to cut 3.5 inches deep, and the options out there are horrible. Focus. Mike is making stuff. Hello. Hey man, what's up? I have to keep glancing up at there to figure out. Maybe I need to turn this around. Here we go. Hope the lighting's good. Hope the mic's good. This is my first rodeo where I work on my chainsaws. I guess we're doing a grand tour now. My buddy asked me a couple things, and so I'll rebuild carbs here and put all the carbs there, soak them down, whatever I got to do. I have some soaking bins underneath. I put a lot of tools here when I'm working. We're going to end up modifying. We're halfway through that project of modifying. I'm going to put a drawer here. These roll out. My little workbench on wheels. Projects, junk. More antiques back in here. Yeah, it's like my little cubby hole. There's the door back in there. Whole bunch of old antiques. I need to make this tripod smaller. My weirdest antique? Well, maybe my coolest one is probably, I believe this is from the 1929, and this is a hand torch, and it runs off rubbing alcohol, any type of alcohol. There's a wick, and it preheats this, so it self-siphons. Me and my old neighbor Tom, he's my awesome buddy. He's an old logger mechanic. So we were trying to figure out the wick length, all this. So it would idle, but it wouldn't really fire up. And then he was messing with it. Once you idle, the flame goes here, heats this up hotter, and it siphons faster. And then it will idle up a long flame. And then once you set it down, it takes a couple seconds, cools off, and then it calms down and it goes back to an idle. So it was the coolest thing. This is cool. Let's see if you can see it better. Sorry. You just don't find stuff like this. It's the coolest trash to me. That's for your wick cap. So that's cool history to me. It is awesome. Who said that? I'm trying to look around the camera. That's another cool antique. Some old locks. Just junk. I made all these wood slabs. This isn't finished, this whole wall. But it's got character. I need to come up with something. I need to get a self-routing system. I have a sketch somewhere. It's so hard to get these smooth. I've done it to a couple pieces of stuff in here, but this is all wood mill, shelves, all the way down. I like using coal lumber and wood I made myself. But where's the real cool antiques? I look at it every day, so it's nothing new to me. Like old lanterns, that's But I don't know, there's some cool stuff in here. I just rather show it off, and I have more in boxes somewhere. But I can't say no to something cool with history. It's a lot of stuff in here, Mike. What's the show me, Katie, last time? Oh, what did I show you guys last time? I don't know, bro. My buddy Josh, awesome dude. Oh, there are some cool knickknacks up here. Let me grab them. You'll get a laugh out of this. I'll show you the little tins. There's a whole bunch right here that are real cool, but this is funny to me. An old condom box, 1988. Just cool, man. And I love the back. Tuition, very expensive. Yeah, it's just stuff like that I love. And I can't not display it, so I get to the point where I have like a pile of stuff I need to display, and I'll build a shelf. And I've been working in this garage during snowstorms, rainstorms. Old piggy bank. I haven't fully figured out how to get it to pop open, but the teeth move and the date every time you put a dime in there. Bear with me, I'm learning all this. This is my first live, and it's hard for me to read all the comments. And an old Jack Daniels tin playing card set thing. Back in the day, Jack Daniel was my Kool-Aid. Here's an old Jack Daniel flask. It has a shooter built into it. I wonder if this has a date. No, I don't know. There's man, this picture on this phone's doing great. My buddy says I'm doing awesome. Thanks. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know. Late night, not up editing, trying to edit. I see some old belt buckles and whiskey bottles. I found these out hiking. This is why I put my lazy boy on wheels. I hope the audio's good. I have mics set around. I don't like wearing them because I cough a lot. Hey, look, my slippers and socks. I thought no one would see this. I'll put them over there. Oh, and this is the cat's blanket for my cat Minnie. I got 3 barn cats that live here, and I found them at a job site. But they're picky, man. They won't lay on the leather. They need their blanket. They're bougie. But I found these old whiskey bottles. Let me bring you in closer. I'm gonna flip you guys around for a sec. Sorry. A little Blair Witch project here. I gotta see what I'm showing you too. These are all my vinyl records back in there. I could show you the other side, but I've been collecting vinyls before it was cool. But I found that I glued a lock on it. But I found this out hiking, looking for sheds. Here's my pile of sheds back there in that box. One day I'll build something out of them. I don't know. This is cool. Stuff like this is, yeah, it's free junk out in the woods, but it's gold to me. I got a lot of vinyls from way back. Like finding an antler out there, like I'm away from everybody. I love being out in the woods, but in the same way, when you walk across something like that, that's better than an antler. Hey, here's one of the barn cats. Winslow. I already fed you, dude. What's your deal? He's got the weirdest meow. It's like a dead bird getting blended up in a blender. I don't know. It's weird. Sorry. I had to put the lazy boy back. Just get that light out of your eyes. See if this self-tracking thing will work. Sorry, shaky. Okay. You better listen to me, Lupe. Lupe's a cameraman, a self-tracking tripod. My buddy got me. Thank you, Josh. He's really helped me out. He helped me set up my YouTube channel, the back end. I am not that guy. Like, I'd rather play with tools and just build cool trash, and learning all this has been worse than going to high school for me. It's pretty much like going to college for a guy like me. I did commercial roofing forever, third generation roofer, and I was always better with tools and lining out jobs, and the rain's coming in. I'm so happy my buddy, my little protege roofer, now he owns his own roofing company. He came up about 2 days ago and we finally got this roof on this boat barn, I call it, this little shed. And we're gonna water test this baby. So that's a 60 mil TPO roof. That'll last 40 years. Fully adhered. It's like roofing cement, or not roofing cement, holy, maybe I should have done a live when I'm alive. Rubber cement. So you glue down you put glue on the plywood, glue on the rubber sheet, let it set. You have to set it in the right spot and then you roll it back in. Roll it in. It's good trash. I'm trying to catch my thoughts. I wonder if I can see the comments on the TV. Yeah, I see them better on the TV, guys. You like the big view? This better out here? Mike? Yeah, Mike, right? Yeah. I can set you guys back in this corner. Or that corner once I get rolling on dinking around with something. I'm gonna try this tripod again. It's all the way up, I guess. Okay, it's this self-tracking tripod. This is a love-hate relationship. Okay. Focus. Plug mics. The plug mics are in. But it's fuzzy back here. Well, at least my TV is. Maybe I need to stop moving it around because we're on dial-up. And this system in this town, this small town, is Probably from the 80s or 70s. I don't know. Maybe not that bad, but one day I'll have I'm gonna get Starlink Mini so I can take you guys out sawmilling, and I think that would help a lot since you have so much to look at. Your audiences. Yeah, that's true, Mike. I do have a lot of crap. So there's 50 or 60 pounds in a 10-pound box. But so my junk drawers, I kind of don't know where everything is, but tool-wise, it's kind of weird and creepy how I know where everything's at. And I'm kind of OCD-ish, or the workflow has to work. Like, I've rebuilt that workbench a couple times. These two drawers used to be 4x8, and it was a truck bed, and it was 2x6s and 2 sheets of plywood, and there were drawers in my truck for the longest time. Took them out when gas prices went way up and I didn't want all my tools in there, and got away from roofing. And so now, it used to be a 4x8 workbench in here, too big for this area. Now it's my junk drawers. Let me show you this, Mike. You'll probably enjoy this. So this is all my fasteners. I'll bring you up closer in a minute. This is like junk drawer stuff. But check this out. I'm gonna stop this tripod. Hey man, Lupe? So this has like everything. Let's get some light on the subject. Sorry, Blair Witch Project. But I just keep random stuff in there. I have more spots in the garage around this back wall with storage stuff, fastener stuff, smaller stuff. And then this goes all the way to the wall underneath the back desk. So the back desk is 2 feet. This only pops out like 6 feet. So it's a lot of storage. And I'll go to this 6 times during a build, but I'll pull it out, get what I need, and put it back. Hey, there's Minnie, the barn cat. He's the coolest dude. Let's keep rolling forward, I guess. Minnie, the cool buddy. Yeah, you like that, Mike? I'm just seeing your comments. I'm sorry. I don't have it on my phone. I have to glance up at the TV to see the comments, and half the time. Where did I find the cats? My buddy Josh. I did a commercial roof in Winslow, Arizona. And the roof was, this building's been abandoned for like 15 years, and there was a sinkhole, a big hole in the back of the roof. And in the debris, I was just checking rafters. I heard a little noise, and I look, and there's 3 little cats under some debris, and we were gonna demo that area. There was a demo crew there to tear it out and pull those trusses out. And so in my mind, I don't know why, my buddy will laugh about this, but I get them, put them in a box, did the job walk, lined out everything, got measurements, whatever, and brought them home. On the way home, I stopped in another town and stopped at a feed store, got some milk for the dang cats, and get home, get the bottles, all the BS, and I Google it, and it says, oh, you gotta feed these cats every 3 hours. I said, what? I'm not, like, I need my sleep. I barely sleep, but I need it. So I set my alarm for it was the longest 2 months of my life. every 3 hours, I bottle fed 3 of these cats. And it was, I don't know, this is the coolest cat. Minnie, I thought Minnie was a girl, but his walnuts dropped, and it's kind of like the Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue. I always laugh about that, but he's my sidekick. I'll use power tools, he's in here. Done. He's not skittish, nothing. In the lazy boy, he's between my legs, always. Oh, yeah, I mentioned my buddy would get a laugh out of this. My buddy, Josh, he had a deer hunt. Yeah, a deer hunt. And he invited me. And I had to take the cats with me as kittens. And he's with his buddy, I believe Jason back in the day, and his buddy's like old farm style. And I'm pretty out there too, but I bring these cats. And we're out on morning hunts, and by 12 I need to go back to camp. And we're all in the same rhino or ATV. We need to go back to camp and feed the cats. And his buddy Jason, cats, what are you talking about? I said, long story. And I just don't have the heart. They're cool. Hey, get out of the GoPro stuff, you son of a... Get... You little rascal. Yeah, and I didn't have the heart to get rid of them or whatever. And I thought, oh, I'll raise them, get them to... After bottle feeding, and then I'll find a home. And I never did. So... That's the funny story, and there's more stories behind that, but I don't want to say it on the old interwebs. Oh man, look at these. Well, don't look too close because of spit, but old platoons. This is Union Pacific. I use them. Yeah, they're antiques and I shouldn't, but this one is Wells Fargo Company. It's the coolest trash. What are you guys saying? Let me move you back a ways here. Crazy cat guy. Yeah, I know. I don't want to be known as the crazy cat guy, Josh. Making stuff nice. Well, I try to. And it's funny, am I a hoarder? Am I a collector? A little bit of both? Probably. But I see a purpose with everything, like, oh, an old fence or old hinges, or I'm trying to downsize. I got rid of 2 trailers full of crap, but I don't know. I need to organize the outside. I've been working on the inside a little bit. I really want to get the floor painted. I really need to work on that bench and get my camera boom set up, because I'm not that guy. Like, when I'm in a project, I'm in go mode, and I think about 3 steps ahead, what tool I need or what I need. I was a foreman for a long time and a project manager, so at the end there, and so yeah. As long as you call them antiques, it's okay. I like your style, Josh. Yeah, I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector. It's American history. Yeah. Your channel is about teaching people to be I need to check that out, Mike. I'm not good on the old interwebs. Mike, quit typing so fast. Your comment's gonna go away. I'm still ciphering through this. I'm a roofer. Make do with what you got. I love that. Check people how to rebuild, repair, repurpose. Really? I want to check Mike's stuff out, but if I check it out now, I think my old interwebs would freaking crash. It seems like your channel too. Yeah, that's what I want to get into. Like, I want to build like timber frame style picnic tables, flags. I built a couple American flags out of scrap wood. Yeah, everyone's doing it on the old internet, but I want to take it to a new level. I'm working on one now. These are some slabs. This one on the very back, the wood grain matches up so nice. And that's sawmill, 2 pieces, only 1 seam, but it's right where the flag stripes will be. So that will be hidden. I'll do a 1/4 inch cut and get into some of that, get into daily crap. I did a video on putting this roof down, barely. I didn't film it like I should have, but I just, odds and ends, and I come up with some weird trash. Like this camera boom is pretty crazy for just junk drawer finds. Give me a sec here. This is not in the right orientation. It's vertical right now, it needs to go flat. But this self-leveling, and then this self-leveling tripod tracker goes in here. But this has springs and hinges up here, so as I'm doing a project, I can just move this boom. It's 10 feet, 6 feet, or 8 feet. It extends. It's an old camping awning. But I'll mount it over there and I can swing it out of the garage about 5 feet. So when I'm doing my wood cutting, and then bring it in here and start assembling. But if I could just move it real quick, it self-levels. It doesn't matter the height. It's got screen door hydraulics, some rams up there that I MacGyvered. But yeah, that's the kind of trash I'm into, and I don't know why. I wanted to be an architect and a, what else? Architect, engineer style thing, but reading was never my strong suit. But hey, crap happens. Oh, all the comments took off on the TV. Mike, I missed what you said, I'm sorry. Let's have more coffee because that makes sense, huh? And I don't know, let me see if I can pull up the laptop so I can see the comments. Laptop, over here. Good luck, Lupe. You're not going to be able to track me. I'm fast as a cat. Lupe, over here, man. Don't look at my password, perverts. All right, all right. Let's go find YouTube. Oh, there's. I can't do both. But can I? I can. I built last night. I already mentioned that, but whoever's jumping on. Let's set up the world here. Hey, you better focus, man. It's this light. Chair options. Got a couple. Better find them. That ain't gonna work. Oh, hail bells. Everything in this garage has wheels because the garage isn't big enough. Watch, I don't lock these wheels and fall on the live stream. That'd be cute. I don't sit down well either. Let me get caught up here, guys. I'm sorry. wonder where Mike lives, by chance, if he doesn't mind me asking. That'd be cool to do a build together. Or I could get some wood, some slabs, and you could build something cool. I love doing that. I have a couple buddies I've done that for. This is for the other laptop. Yeah, let's make the world way difficult. See if I can find the comments in here. Ah, I found them. I need to turn the volume off this though. Holy hell. Dismiss that. Check in Messenger. I'm talking secrets. I'm talking secrets. Okay. I just sit here, and once I get sick of this, I'm gonna start building. Or I need to clean up my tools from yesterday, but I didn't want to be rude. I wanted to try to catch up on these, but I don't know if it's gonna happen, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I am MacGyver. Josh. A rich man doesn't need. Mike says, a rich man doesn't have more than he needs. So I live in Arizona, and I moved up north. I bought a motorhome from my buddy's parents, and older motorhome. It was during the summer roofing season, that's hell, the summertime blues, and I bought this motorhome and took off to the woods up north of Arizona, and it was just supposed to be like 2-3 months, and turned into a year and a half. And I had a car that I pulled behind it and a truck that I pulled behind it. I would do shifts. I had some family up north, and he builds custom homes, and Uncle Billy, and that was like my first job up here shingling. So I'd camp out in the woods, man, like it was heaven, like away from the bullcrap, away from the busy city. And I've been up here for going on maybe 10 years. I did a year and a half, 2 years out in the woods, something like that, just bouncing around. I'd work on a job for a week, so I'd move to that side of that town, like set up camp out in the woods, stay there a week, you know. I could stay up to 14, and then I would travel back to the same area I always liked. And my dad retired early, and he ended up buying a cabin up here, and so he's in the same town, the same house here. My dad came down with glaucoma, and yeah, so and I'll talk more about that later, but yeah. And I can't keep up with this chat. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not commenting back. And there's only 2 of you. Oh, hell. At least 2 of you that are making comments. My brain don't focus like this at all, but yeah. Mike, thanks for the positive. Thanks, you're saying I'm doing great. I don't know. I'm doing all right. I'm a picky guy, and I'm hard on myself, but yeah, this is all new. This is trash. I'd rather be making sawdust. But yeah, Thanks for that. It's raining, finally. I'm stuck in here like a trapped rat. Years ago, I cut windows in my garage door because I felt like a trapped rat. Siliconed in some glass panes I had from an old hutch or something, I don't even know. Turned out great. Okay, I gotta do something. I can't sit here. We all started that way, yeah, for sure, Josh. Like where in your garage just shit? I wonder if the microphones can pick up me mumbling, trying to read this stuff. Yeah, it gets easier the more you do it, for sure. Like, I guess it's like roofing or anything else or building something, but the end result was not me reading comments. I was not going to do it because my reading is trash. I have other strong suits I don't need to read. I don't waste time in a book. I did read the autobiography of Keith Richards, and it was like a 500 or 600 page book, and that was the first time I read something that long. What's Mike's hand here? Yeah. I prefer just building trash, Mike, so yeah, just reading crap, not my rodeo. Uh-oh, lightning. Hopefully I don't lose the internet and I lose you guys. This town has pretty much a glass power system. Every time lightning hits somewhere, it's out. There's the thunder. That was probably 5 miles away. We're up on the Mogollon Rim, so storms roll up, it jumps up like, I don't know, 2,000 in elevation or something like that, and those storms just build and then dump right here, so. I wonder how Mike found me. Lupe! Gosh, the camera guy, man. I need to plug you guys in. You're gonna die. I hope this spot works. Microphone's hot. Still got charged so far. Mike, I'm gonna show you something. I like building it kind of peekaboo. Building this kind of trash. I gotta see what I'm looking at here. Hit me. Here you go, Mike. Let's put some light on the subject here. So this is chainsaw milled lumber, but I needed a box for all my timber frame trash. So I built this real quick. Well, a couple hours. Yeah, I'm like a stray dog. I put my marks on everything. The R&R, my mustache logo. And it's got all my knickknacks, a little handle. My chainsaw box, old thing I modified and made all the cubby hole with scrap metal. Old toolbox thing. But that trash is cool to me. I'm gonna go look at your comments. Sorry, Mike. Lupe. Yeah, no shit, huh, Josh? Lupe the cameraman. Stray dog. No, seriously. Like, if you look around, come here. Come with me. Hey, Lupe. I think it's the lights, guys. And maybe I need to clean that camera lens. Stray dog. Peed right there. Boom. Right there. The R&R. Peed. R&R. Peed. Where else? R&R. Peed. Mustache. 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 R&R. 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 It's everywhere. It's a sickness. There's an R&R. Should be a drinking game. Every time you see an R&R, you gotta take a shot or chug a beer or some trash. I'm gonna keep this close-ish. Kind of glance at it, I guess. That trash is cool, huh? Lupe! Oh, I'm still wide lens, so you're still getting me. Hey, man. Oh, Minnie, you thought I was yelling at you? Come here, kitty, kitty. What? You got food. I fed you. I made sure of it. I know it's not dark. You got fed early. Weirdo. I'm gonna have to kill this freaking... Let me see if this helps. This little camera, man. It just doesn't like... The self-tracking tripod is like love-hate relationship. It does not like... It does not like any upper light on it, I don't think. You better wake up. Yeah, that's dark to me. But I got weird eyes, and my options are far and in between. Let's go look. Yeah, I'm over here. I'll be back. Alright. I'm gonna try easiest option. Change out. I got red bulbs everywhere. Let me try putting a light behind you guys. Bear with me. I'm not squirrely. That might give, yeah, there you go. Not as bad. It's overcast, rainy. That don't help. Lupe. Yeah. Make his channel grow. Yeah. I've always been a... I've never been a shower, I've always been a grower, Josh. I apologize. Thanks, Josh. Well, they just see a guy wandering around in his garage being a weirdo. There's nothing too different. I gotta get used to talking to myself more than usual. Usually, working on a roof in the valley in Arizona, oh, you'll talk to yourself, trust me. When it's 120 on a black roof, or, yeah. but I'm gonna have to get better at it. I kind of am a rambler a little bit, but not much. Once I start building something, I shut up, put music on, and have no cares. The baddest part, I just love putting something on a time lapse and building something because I don't want to talk to nobody. And I'm trying to get better at it, and the editing part too. But this live stream is helping big time. This is like my first one. Kind of miss. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You're saying something, but I'm dicking around over here. Hey, Lupe! I'm gonna have to fire this guy, man. Let's see. You're all the way up. You're straight at my face. You're gonna watch me just throw this camera and tripod out this window in the rain. Alright, Josh, I'll see you later, bro. You gotta go do live right now. Good luck with that. You gotta travel there first, huh? I might jump on, put the TV on there and watch you. You go on at 6. Trying to decide what the heck I should be doing. I need to clean this garage up a little bit. And I could chit chat and do that, but Lupe, I'm gonna have to turn you off, man. And you're not focusing. I'm all over the place. This is what coffee looks like in a guy like me, I guess. I hope it's not that blurry. About myself? To Mike asks, just tell us about yours. Commercial roofer, construction, 3rd generation roofer. Love building trash. Big time. Get sidetracked a lot, like now. They say I probably had ADHD, but I didn't sit down for the whole test, so yeah. But it works in my favor. Like I can hyper focus on a project, and like 10 hours later, I'm like, oh crap, what time is it? But I get into the details of stupid stuff no one will ever see, but it bugs the hell out of me. What would I learn? Why should I stay tuned to the channel? I don't know. Lupe, why should you stay tuned? I don't know. You'll see cool trash maybe? I don't know. This cameraman, I'm gonna boot you. You're done. I don't know. I think you guys will find it interesting, the stuff I build. Like, there's a lot of examples. Like this whole shelf, all live slab. And I love the fact this was 2 separate slabs and the knot lines up. Live edge, I love that look. And this was thrown together real fast. Yeah, if I had a better router and sanding, I just can't spend the time to make it perfect. This is a rustic old garage. Then this workbench has bark edge down here, and I put this lip around it so I can put clamps. Just tricks about making the workflow better and cheap tools that work, or making tools that work for you out of nothing, or I don't know. I'm pretty handy when it comes to that stuff. I feel like you guys are too far away. I took the self tracker off. Hell with that. What's the backstory on the abandoned house? Oh, Thaddeus. So it's out in the meadow, and all there's left, it's an old homestead. I have the dates and everything. I have some links. And I couldn't find much about the guy. But he worked for, I wish I had a picture. I do in a different laptop, but I found the history of the guy. There's not much. His mother, father, he came from, don't quote me, Kentucky. He started working for the cattle company, a cattle company in 18 something. He moved over here. It was the first push across the United States, and they bought 1 million acres from the railroad, and they grazed 3,500 head in this area. So he would have came from Holbrook area off the railroad line way back in the day by the I-40, and found some history on him, a little bit here and there, but like, it was pretty cool. There's more to it, but I can't pull that out of my hat. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, just cool, funky trash that I don't know if I'm going to be teaching people, or hopefully they pick up something good or new, or I learn something new every day, it seems like. Or it just, the way I do something, I build stuff pretty damn fast because I usually dwell on it in my sleep and 2 days before, or fine tune the idea. Even like a cut sequence on a slab, like, oh, I need to cut this, but I can reuse that live edge portion for an edge band, or yeah. And I like to use every piece because it's hard to come by. I'll cut a whole section. The longest sawmill section I ever cut, it's in a short, a picture of it, but they were 25 foot long, and my longest trailer I have is 14 foot, so it's very interesting getting that out of the woods and back home. But those were 25 feet long, and it was a whole trunk. And I like to go from the trunk to like find the trees. That's the problem up here. We have size limits. I can cut dead standing. I don't really like to find dead and down because the bugs and the bark and all that. Dead standing's great, but my forte is cruising the woods and finding blowovers. So newly blowovers, if there's pine needles still on them and they were dead standing, dead pine needles, or not, you know, that's usually a good tree. And I found one the other day that I didn't have a tape on me, but I got sick of editing and I had to get the hell away, and I went for a cruise, and I found this tree. It was massive. It's got to be, for my area, at the trunk, I bet it was 35. Don't quote me. We're going to go find out. We're on fire restrictions right now. And so the restrictions, at the 4 foot line, it has to be 16-inch diameter. And if I'm sawmilling, the time and effort to put in to set the jig up and get my first cut and get going, I want as wide as possible to get more lineal footage of my board foot. So bigger the better. And I play by the rules. And some guys don't. And I know a lot of them. But yeah, that's the main reason. Trying to play by the rules. There's so many damn rules in this world, and I'm not that guy. I don't like rules. Mike, I want to see that picture. You sold somebody, was it a wood slab? You sold a kitchen. Let's see. Let me read this better for everyone else. Sorry. Well, they can read the comments. Well, they'll never find it. Some people suck around to see, stick around to see. I sold someone half of a kitchen table. I'd like to see a picture of that. Too bad you can put pictures in the comments. Maybe you can. I don't know this rule. Oh. Cut, make kitchen table. Mike, I'm gonna have to check that video out. So Mike made a kitchen prep table, if I quoting this right and reading it right. Hey, I got one. I want to check that video out, Mike. Did you make it out of slabs or just reclaimed wood or? Mike, I'm gonna go follow you right now. I think I can on this laptop. I'm like a one-track mind kind of guy. Shoot, I'll get on here and start checking out Mike's stuff. You guys are gonna watch me just sit here and watch. I'll just turn it around and we can watch Mike's stuff. I would love to do that actually. I'll put it on the TV and just show that. What are some of the projects you're gonna do to the cabin? So, my dad's cabin, our cabin, we did a 16.5 foot by 24 foot addition with a loft. The old cabin section is like an old style barn top A-frame. And we had an addition area, and that's been an ongoing thing for about 3 years. Me and a framer framed it all. I did all the siding, I did all the painting, I did all the windows, I started the electrical. And at that point, working by myself and with the old man, I just wanted to I focused on one side. I needed to be finished from the outside, look good, do the trim, all that, the paint, the light fixtures on the outside. Hell, at one point, and still, some of the outside coach lights and stuff were hardwired in, and then it goes to a extension cord plug, wire nutted, and I just put it on a power strip. Hey, it works. And we put a wood burning stove in there last winter so we could work in there. But we put exterior doors on that area, upstairs and downstairs. You can gain access in the loft from the old upstairs in the cabin. But we put exterior doors, so if we don't have people over, we have a smaller living room area in the original cabin. So if no one's up, we don't have to heat it, cool it. So that was the thinking behind that. And we found some old refurbished doors here and there, and we do that a lot. The chateau windows, I wish the internet was good. I'll test it later. I could take you around. We got some free chateau windows. My dad put them to scale on some graph paper. And for about a month, he had them all to scale on graph paper, and then he did the hip side. And he would just spin these chateau windows, and they're huge. Two of them are upside down, but it's two upper chateau windows with two big ones, and then they're reversed and has cool angles. And we're gonna do all chainsaw milled, tongue and groove up that whole wall. Some floating shelves across there, big beefy things, some timber frame style stuff. A chair rail with drywall at the bottom because furniture goes across there, and then we might do some different wood stuff. Hang some elk heads in there, make it rustic. We did a front porch with Trex, front porch, back porch. Back porch has like a counter, a sink, an outdoor kitchen kind of thing. It just kept growing. That's the problem with me and my dad. We love to create, and just kept growing and growing and growing. Man, it's starting to rain good. Katie Cake, hi. Hi, how are you? I'm trying to figure out this old interwebs and live streams. And yeah. Oh, Mike, what did you sell that for? Took the table apart and sold half of it for 175 bucks. I used to love to go to thrift stores, but I kind of ran out of room. I got too many materials, like construction materials around. One day I'm gonna get it fine-tuned. The boat barn, we put that roof on. That's kind of turning into a hardware store and material storage. But yeah. The windows from your mom's. Actually, yes, Thaddeus. I'm gonna sneak peek out here. The windows from your mom's place. Let me unplug this. I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek at the greenhouse in the backyard and the crazy chicken coop. And I think the internet will be with us. So we built this back porch and it goes around. This is the old cabin. We added all this, but the old windows, let me get under here. I'm getting rained on. Whoa. That's the old windows, Thaddeus. The, all that, the chicken coop. We built all this and crazy double chicken coop, and I hope my volume's working. We just butchered some chickens. Our first year doing that. The garden. Some old French doors. I hope my mics are... This is gonna be a pond. Here's the chateau windows, guys. Firewood. Front porch. Garden. A little shop. Our brooders. We built this a while back. All this garden shit. Pardon my French. So that's the old cabin, and that's the addition. And I'm working on a teeny home that's gonna go here. Timber frame I cut. I had it put up. That will go right here. I didn't take the microphones, guys. I hope you heard that. Let me know. Hey, Thaddeus. Oh, the mics were fine. So the phone has a transfer pickup for 2 mics. I have a mic here, a mic hanging. So I didn't know if the phone would pick it up without the mics being close. And I don't even know if these mics are working all the way. So I don't want to wear it because I clear my throat a lot. And yeah. But I don't know, maybe. Hello, hello, hello. Check a 1, 2, 3. Say what? Yeah. Let me know if they're working. If they're louder, I don't know. But I'm glad the audio worked out there. I showed you the chateau windows, a couple old projects, the greenhouse, the crazy chicken coop, the brooders, the garden. That's the kind of stuff. We buy a lot of coal lumber from Ace Hardware. My friend Lynn hooks me up. So all the coal lumber that's warped, twisted, I love building with that. I love being thrifty. And it's good on the pocketbook too. Loud and clear. Did you hear me thump the mic? I wonder if they're even working. All the lights are on them, so I don't know. It's probably just picking it up off the phone. If I went out there and these mics stayed here, so I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I need more coffee because I'm not wired enough, I guess. Lupe, I'm gonna turn you on. If you don't frickin' track me, I'm gonna kick your ass, sea bass. Lupe? Lupe, you whore. I got Tourette's, construction mouth. Lupe, come here. We're gonna go make coffee, Lupe. Lupe, cameraman, come on. Man, did you get water on you? Hell with you. I don't like you. You're gonna piss me off today. Like every other day you do. Yeah. I feel like I need to chug down coffee to keep me talking. If I start a project, I'm just gonna like zone out. I wish I could play music. I'm a big music dude, but copyrights. And that's another thing, editing and trying to freaking find music. I love music, but there is no good music out there. I have to play like elevator music, AI made music. Lupe, you got me? Come on, baby. Here we go. Oh, you're working. You're jolting. You a little shaky? Too many tequila shots last night, Lupe? Oh, I wish this thing self-tracked went up and down and all that. But it doesn't. Thank you, Katie. Katie Cakes. That's like catchy. I wish I had a K last name. I'm Robinson, but Kip McKirkin would have been cool, you know, like har. Kip McKirkin. Katie Cakes. Katie Cakes, how in the heck did you find my live stream? I don't have that. I started this 2 weeks ago. My buddy pushed me to start a channel. I've been hearing it for like 10, 12 years. But I've always been scared of it. Not scared, but just the back end editing and filming and all that. Stay goofy, my friend. You know I'll never change Thaddeus. I should. Oh, Mike, call yourself whatever. So, senior year, long time ago, they gave you a piece of paper like, write what you want them to read. I said, what? That's an option? I'm like, oh, what can I come up with? I thought for a week on it, and they had to be turned in at a certain time. I came up with Kip Roscoe Robinson. My middle name ain't Roscoe, it's Kirby, but yeah, that's funny too. Like the vacuum. But on my diploma, I should hang it in here, it's kind of funny. It says Kip Roscoe Robinson. And my parents, they read it and they like look at each other like, what? Roscoe? It was hilarious. And 2 weeks before graduation, I'd get pulled in every other day. I was just wild child, kind of. My first car was a handicapped school bus, 18 passenger Bluebird. That was my first car, and I never really sat still. Could you? Maybe I've calmed down the older I got, but they would pull me in and interview me, and what do you have planned, blah blah. So they ended up handcuffing me with my permission to the officer. Our line stood up out of our chairs. They put me on the very end cap of a row. Officer here, security guard here. I guess they didn't trust me. So we stood up, he got his handcuffs, got handcuffed, and I walked up, and I shook the principal and the vice principal's hand, but I used the officer's hand to shake with, so he's like hooked to me, and then I did the woohoo, and his hand's like hooked. It was hilarious. I think I have a picture. I never bought them, but they give you a sample, and I have holding a diploma, and his hand's like hooked with cuffs. It was hilarious. You, Katie Cakes, you're married to my buddy. I have a lot of buddies. Katie Cakes. Did you take his last name? Or your Cakes? Katie, you're throwing curveballs. So the name for my channel, my buddy came up to, we had some Cornish crops, chickens, 25. He came up to video that for his channel a little bit, and he set up my channel that day, and he just said, Kips World. I kind of live in my own little world, always, and have been. I stay in my own lane, stay out of everyone's business. I'm kind of a hermit, so it kind of stuck, and it's only been like 2 weeks, I think, 3 weeks, if that. So that's where it came from. Prince Albert's. Oh, yeah. My mustache is kind of thin. It goes through phases. Yeah, it's rough. Some mornings I wake up, I look like a dead catfish, you know, like one stuck up, one stuck down. And finding like the perfect wax is hard for a guy like me. I'll get a sponsor. And AG1, like everyone else on the old YouTubes. Katie Cakes married your buddy. Now I'm gonna have to go look on the old face webs. Prince Albert tobacco. Oh, Prince Albert? Mike, I might have some old tins. Prince Albert. Maybe. Prince Albert tobacco. Wouldn't that be funny if I had one? I'd probably do. Small world, huh? Prince Albert. Mike. No way. You mean this? I have a couple of these. Yeah. That's it, right? I gotta get back by the laptop. I need to shut down this self-tracking thing, man. This thing's shaky. That's him right there, Mike. I had it. I think I have an older, rustier one and then a bigger one somewhere. But it's 10 pounds, 50 pounds in a 10-pound sack around here. It should be over there by all the old tobacco pipes. More of them. I threw one away. It was so bad you could barely read it. And I forget where the hell I got them from. Here's some old papers. Wish I had more light back in this corner. These are cool, the old rolling papers. Old wicked pipes. This one's a wizard. This is porcelain. That's really cool. Just a whole bunch. Old lighters. There's a old camel lighter. I forget how this works. That's old school as hell. There's an old ashtray from Siberia. I'll grab that on the way out of this little hole. Where's this one? No. There's an old tobacco tin. Yeah. Old ashtray. I don't know. You got me on a rampage over there, Mike. I was like stuck in my little antique area, finding my trash. That's him. Focus. It's blurry on the computer. I don't know if it's blurry for you guys, but there it goes. Mine's starting to. It's probably because I have the TV running, my phone running, and this laptop running, and my internet up here on dial-up is trash, so it's just buffering on my laptop. I hope it's clear for you guys. Oh, I was going to show you that ashtray. That camel lighter was cool, huh? This is an old ashtray, and Eric. I'll try to keep it steady. Look, I'm like a construction hand model. Look at the grubby I've been working this morning. Yeah, that one was cool. I don't know where I get half this stuff. My buddy RC Snow brings over antiques all the time. This was from something else. I think this was my aunt's friend. Had a whole bunch of old collector stuff, like the old Bible that was in that lot. That old Bible is like crazy. Crazy old. Has initials on it. I don't know. Just old history. I like that aspect of it. Red light district. Talk about the Bible and then talk about red light district. Right. There's a whole bunch of old Bibles back in there. Way back in there. Some stuff from Korea when I was in Korea doing some riffs over there. Some stuff I brought back from Hawaii when I was over there at Pearl Harbor. Went after high school, graduated, went to Hawaii for like 8 months straight. That was rad. Worked on Pearl Harbor. Hey, Mr. Real Life. Message rejected. Uh-oh, what'd I do wrong, boss? That's my buddy. Camel Cash. Well, back in the day, I don't even know if they had Camel Cash. Remember the Marvel stuff back in the 80s and 90s? Like, you could get the jacket. But, yeah, I never did. I'm barely... I could count on one hand what I bought offline through Amazon. I don't know how I make it through this world. I'm such an old soul. I'll have someone else buy it. I'll give them the money. I'm the... give you cash. I'll go down and pay a water bill or something back in the day, and like I'll take cash, give me the receipt, and I'll leave. Like, yeah, the old internet and all this is all crazy to me. Marvel Miles, yeah. I don't know why. Whenever I think of that, I think of NASCAR, you know what I mean? Like the old jackets with all this stuff on them. Like, yeah. Man, I hope my eyes don't go. Runs in the family, I guess. I need to make the font bigger on this laptop. Oh yeah, let's smear all this crap on here. That's gonna be nice. Hey now. Marble Miles. I better do something today. I did most of it last night. I started hearing the roosters crow at like 4:30. I went to bed at like 5:30. That's dumb at my age. I'm like in a fog all day, and then my buddy hit me up and tested a live stream and microphones. He said, "Oh, you got an hour. You're gonna do a live stream. Do it." Okay, boss. Hey, look, this light's not on. Minnie! What are you doing? In a chair? Hold down, Control, Alt. Oh, to make it bigger? Mike, I'm gonna go through a whole rampage trying to do this. Just let me pick up a roofing hammer. Okay. I could make this window bigger, I bet. How long have I been on this old trash? Can I leave now? 98 minutes? 98 minutes? Hey, there's 7 of you, 8 of you maybe. Who knows? This is the way a loophole where I don't have to. I get super focused on editing and like, oh, that's not perfect. Oh. And I'm learning software just by clicking on stuff, and I'll watch a couple videos, like 5, 3, but like they lose me. Click here, do this, do that, do this. I'm like, whoa, pump the brakes, man. I have to pause it. So I've just been slowly learning, and just I'll pick up 2, 3 things in the evenings, messing around with the editor, and that's usually how I work, like hands-on, and just learn that way. So this is a loophole of me not being able to have to edit it. So I'll probably set this up, get my boom mic and my camera boom done, and I'll just build stuff right here and do it that way for a little bit until I can put out some long content stuff. Shooting from the hip with my phone, doing like shorts, yeah, that's cool. Edit that trash and send it to the computer once or twice to do that. But trying to get all that content to like line up and have the way I see it in my head and the way it's coming out is the biggest battle. Oh, right. Mike has some good suggestions here. Thanks, Mike. I guess I'm proudish. I watch YouTube, but I watch a couple of construction, Perkin Brothers, R&R Builders, like stuff up that alley. Couple people selling. There's a couple sailing ones. They're building a boat. There's a whole bunch. I'm sorry, I should have dropped your names, but my mind. I'll watch them, but I don't really tune in for live streams, like, and I don't know how it all works, and so I don't know if I'm doing good or not, but hey. I don't know. I should probably clean up the garage a little bit. That was my end goal, just wander around here, but you got a little grand tour of the junk pile. Some of it. There's always more I'll find. One of these days I'll just start going through old vinyls and tell you what I know about them. There's a couple old Rolling Stone ones that they got sued for using star images like their faces, and then they blocked out that part. It's the coolest thing. But I have both the albums, and they're hard to find. Some Beatle ones that had an embraced logo on the front. That's hard to find. Hope you can see that. No, kind of. This is the Rolling Stone one I was talking about. They had star images, and then they got sued, so they put blanks over it but left the hairdos. It was kind of funny. Yeah. But my vinyl collection is pretty wicked, and I want more, but I don't have the space yet. I gotta build something. But back in here, all my vinyl records. This is all Live Edge stuff. This is my cubby hole, Live Edge stuff. Hey, there's the mini boy. What's up? What's up, dude? What? You got your camera shot? This pulls out. Well, it used to. And then there's another one. Shadowbox. I can sketch on that. I use every space possible, as you can tell. Everything's pinned up. There's like little drawers. These slide out. That has my chains in there. I got project junk out front. These extension cords are gonna give me grief. Let's see. This workbench might be in the way. But this pulls out about 3 feet, 2 feet. Got all my chains. Old freezer. Got some stuff in there. Soon I'll give you a grand tour of all that trash. Right now I would have to like move this to get to that, and that's half the battle of reorganizing. And this garage is like, that's why everything's got wheels kind of. So it's easy and nice, and you better be focused. Blurry on my laptop. Everything's got wheels. Everything has a spot. Come with me. Katie Cakes. You're married to my buddy. That's how my mind works. I'm still stuck back there. Hey, look. Can you see yourself? Oh. I thought I'd be able to read the comments on there, and they go away so fast. I'm like, hey, Mike, what'd you say? Oh, damn it. That's the problem. And I can't multitask, I guess, or look fast enough on all of it. That's funny, I had that tin, tobacco tin. Rainy day. I don't know. Maybe I should get off here. So plans of extending the garage there, I guess. Yes. There's a fast solution. My buddy that works at Ace Land gave me some big, this was like 2-3 days ago. We set up a big tent in the park every year, the last 2 or 3 years I've helped. And it's a octagon, like, circus tent with the center pole, huge. She got them from the American Legion. They don't use them anymore. And there's a rectangle tent. I don't know how big yet. Big canvas industrial tent. I might set out in front of the garage to have my woodworking stuff. I can't stand the dust in here around all the computers, and I'll take the blower and do it like 3 times a day if I'm working at the edge out front. But to have everything out, and monsoon season right now would be nice to have a wood area and have slabs out of the weather. But yeah. Katie cake, what are you saying? So, and then let me finish up with Daddy's here. The end goal is chainsaw milling all my own lumber to make a huge timber frame. But I think the teeny timber frame, teeny home, is first on the list. I started the foundation work for that. The round turret room, the truss has been built for 3 years. I just had to see it. And that's why I built the timber frame teeny home out there. I just need to see the dimensions. And I changed some stuff, and the end goal, it's going to change a little bit out there because of foundation change with the area I had to work with next to the greenhouse and the shop. The distances were the same, and the front porch, it's going to have a small, like 4-foot front porch. Some chateau windows we got for free in the bundle that did the addition on the main house. But it's going to be a small little bunkhouse. Like, I don't need much. I spend a lot of time in the garage, a lot of time in the woods, and here and there I'll pick up jobs to do little things here and there. But a big timber frame, and maybe the top side I'm thinking do like a walk around deck would be cool, and put a outdoor pool table up there. I'll build that too, and just a lounge up there. I like using real estate wherever you can get it, as you can tell by this garage. Okay, I helped you, but your chickens. Okay. I'm still trying to think how. I don't know, I'll find it, think of it later. Mike, what's phone BRB mean? Hey, Ryan Kleiman. I just saw your chat and it just went away. Ryan, are you smoking the chicken I gave you? The homegrown chicken yet? Or are you still gnawing on the roast you brought up? He's over a town and a half, probably an hour away in a different town. He came up, my buddy from way back, like 9 years old. We chewed the fat yesterday for a couple hours. That was cool. Let me find Ryan's comment. Ryan did bring me up a whole bunch of old vintage cool stuff. I don't know if any of it's in the garage. I have some in a box. I have some in my motorhome. I even set my motorhome up all crazy, kind of like this, in spots. But I guess we're just sitting here and talking. I was going to build something or do something. Katie! Why is it Katie Cakes, man? I know why, but when is your guys' oh shoot, your live stream's like in 30 minutes. Now I know who you are, Katie. Don't drop my last name. I get it. I was like, somebody in town, somebody from high school. Man, I'm slow. I didn't pick that up. That's funny. The man. What is my name? Let's see. You never did tell us about your. Story behind it. I don't know what you're saying, Katie. Oh, the mannequin? Wilma? My old buddy RC gave me that mannequin. He has one in his garage. Before that, he would pull it out and put it in a old aluminum boat. He's on the main drag. He put her in a bikini, wearing a fishing hat with lures off of it, and set it in his aluminum boat and just screw with people when they drove by the main. People would be like, what the heck? So he had two mannequins. He's a picker, collector, and he gave me a mannequin, and I took it to a reunion one year. My family was like, bring her, it'd be funny. We moved her around, like, everyone would go to bed and people would move her and put her in a camping chair and face her away, so when they look out, it looks like someone's sitting in a camping chair. The back of her head they could see, and like they'd freak out and be like, hey, what are you doing out here? But she'd go to the fire pit at night. They would move her to the breakfast table. It was weird and creepy, and that was kind of funny. I don't know if I'll bring her again. She snaps in half, so like she was sitting in the passenger seat with her one foot out the window and her arm out, like, and I'd just be cruising down the dirt road going out to the reunion spot out in the woods, and it was hilarious. The special lady in the background, Wilma. She's not much of a talker, but she's a perfect gal for me, you know. I've tried. I went down though a couple dirty old rodeos with that, but oh well. Oh, you put the chicken in a crock pot, Ryan. That would be good. That's gonna be so tender anyway. Hey man, we just built that hopper for your Traeger. He's got a smaller Traeger like me, and we took some measurements, and out of some sheet metal we built him off the fly. He just, I'm gonna stop by on the way to the cabin. I said, hey, what are we gonna build? I was sitting down editing all morning, and I needed to build something bad. I had the itch. We built him a little hopper, and he's like, dude, you could sell these on Etsy. I'm like, oh, probably, who knows. I'd rather just build wood stuff, you know, like, I don't want to be like stapled down to be mass producing those, but yeah, I need to make one for mine. But we made it so the lid will self-tap it in, maybe some weather stripping around the base, and then the lid will go back on. That would be cool. Microframes are still running. I don't know. I don't know when to jump off of here, guys. I could sure get the hell off of here and go do something with my life this evening. I'm gonna message my buddy here. If I get off, I could read through all these comments. And catch up, and I'm gonna go check out Mike's stuff. I wanna see that table he's talking about.
I want to see his channel actually. I'll probably get focused in on that and watch that. Yeah. My buddy's gonna go on a live. I really need to thank him. He's always been damn good to me. Him and his wife. Way back in the day, we had a 5-bedroom house. 4 of the rooms were full. There was 2 dudes, a gal. She's awesome. She lives in Colorado now, but there was 4 of us, and he was newly wed. Whole bunch of story there, but yeah, he needed a place, and I said, "Are you sure, man? It's like a bachelor party house." And there's some old funny stories like my chocolate milk. But yeah, we had one guy drinking another guy's chocolate milk, and it's been a staple of funniness for sure. Some of the stuff that happened in that house, and come to find out years later, some of the stuff that was happening was not good, and yeah, I don't know. I talk to some of them still, but yeah. This is alive right now. I'm still on it, and I think that's my mother. It says 117.65 minutes. So it's a good way to get content out there since I'm struggling with editing, and I was gonna build something. I really need to get back on a couple projects, and I was just gonna film that, but I can't do both and read the comments, and I feel bad that I'm not trying to talk back all the questions you guys have, but I guess this is a rainy day in Kips Garage, man. Yeah. So this is what it turned into, my first live. Showed you some knickknacks, showed you some tools, and yeah, not too bad. My phone's glitching a little bit. Or my laptop, I mean. But at least that is clear, I hope. I built that last night, this last night. I didn't film it, I'm sorry. Hey. I just needed it done and out of my way, and I don't need more. I have like 4 or 5 videos that I need to edit fully and figure out how to upload. Starlink Mini is the way to go, I think. I gotta sell an old Trailblazer. That's a messed up story there, but yeah. Get rid of that. Don't need it no more. Probably take the proceeds from that and buy that. My internet will be better for you guys and uploading. Like for example, on the internet service now it's dial up, and for like a 3-minute short, it takes 2.5 hours to load from my phone, and that's craziness. And I need my phone to be officially running like the GoPro through the app and Bluetooth in and Wi-Fi in. It uses Wi-Fi, so it kicks me off the internet off my phone, so I can't be uploading off that phone. So yeah, I'm learning. Thanks, Mom. My mom's saying some stuff, and I'll try to read all that. I'm not gonna say it out loud, most of it, but yeah. Yeah, it is awesome. This live stream will probably, I'll get watching hours out of it, and this is my whole life with the type of guy I am, is trying to find a loophole and what works for me, and tool-wise, life-wise, yeah. Technology and me don't really get along. I'm running Windows Pro 11 right now, and I came from high school running Windows, like, who knows what it was back then, but like, just relearning everything. And it's been a curve, but I'm getting it. I'm stubborn, very stubborn headed. So with time I'll get it. And yeah. Yeah, they can ask questions, and hopefully these live streams will turn into me just like slowly building stuff, and I could sit down for a second and answer, get caught up. I'll have to have the laptop like I'm doing now to do that. I tried to use the TV, but the comments disappear. But I'll find a loophole on that too.